So everyone wants to move to NYABOHANSE. Everyone wants to visit NYABOHANSE. Everyone admires NYABOHANSE. It's a village here in Africa. It's one of the most lovely sorted village in Kenya. So the question is, what's happening in NYABOHANSE? What is the drama that is in NYABOHANSE? So in this video, you'll be able to find out what's happening in NYABOHANSE and how can they do, what can they do to make sure that they cool down and have the best NYABOHANSE that everyone would love to come and see. So check out the video till the end to understand that this is a village that is really lovely, a village that everyone admires, you know, and a village that has been transformed by one single man called iammarwa. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Sande. Welcome to this amazing YouTube channel. It's _Sande, coming live here in Nairobi, Kenya. So we're in the cold season today, the month of July. So it's very cold. You can see around here some parts are really misty. So welcome guys. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing. For the frequent viewers, thank you so much for coming back to watch this amazing YouTube channel. So today we're going to have a very interesting conversation about a village somewhere in a place called NYABOHANSE. It's a very interesting village somewhere in Africa, and we'll be having an interesting conversation why everyone just wants to go and live there. So watch the video till the end so that you're able to know what we're talking about. So for the frequent viewers, thank you so much coming back to this amazing YouTube channel. As we do the walk here, we'll have that conversation later on because Nairobi is kind of chilly today. So we want to see how chilly it's getting now. So these trees are doing good. They are growing tall each and every day. The next few weeks I'll be able to walk here and they will all be covering me. You can see now like it's a small forest that is coming up here. So we are in Nyari, a very interesting place here in Nairobi, Kenya, because it's one of the richest neighborhood here in Nairobi, Kenya. That's why we are doing this walk in this video. So look at the trees behind me. They're soon coming up with a canopy, you know. They're soon making a canopy very soon. As they are becoming taller. They used to be very short trees here. So it's kind of drizzling at the moment. It's kind of drizzling. You have to wake up and make things work even if it's kind of this cold. I have to show you the area. This is the Red Hill Road. These vehicles are heading to a place called Gashie. That's the trademark suits, you know. So let's go guys, as to explore this area. And it's a very beautiful place for those who have been able to move around this area. And as you know very well, I have always told you about this, where the rich live. They are able to incorporate the beautiful trees and their environment. They make sure that the environment is very clean. That's a plus to them, you know. Then you can see how the place is well planned. Very nice walkway path here for someone to just walk and have a clean walk, you know. You know, have some dirty walks and clean walks. So I'm still having some flu, but I think it'll be getting over soon. That's because of this cold season here. So I'm trying my best to keep warm, and I have discovered that most people have that flu. That's a normal during the cold season. That's what you expect to have. And you know, you have to make sure that you are well prepared and groomed for that. So there's some other area there where the flowers are kind of at the moment they are, when it's very cold, sometimes there's something called when the flowers prepare to blossom, because now it's cold season. They're not really that bright, so most of the flowers are not really that bright, because you know it's kind of very cold. That's how the season is. Sometimes when it's raining and somehow warm, that's when the flowers flourish very much. But now it's a kind of very chilly. So these palms are still surviving. I've seen them here for a very long time, but they're kind of somehow surviving through all the odds, you know. So having a walk on this other part here, look at that big country. That's massive, you know. And you know for sure, for you to have such kind of a big palm tree, it must have taken years for it to attain that height, because it's not that easy, because they have a slow growth rate, so they grow slowly but slowly. That's why you need to plant them at early. So when you are planning your house, like your compound, that's the first time before even you do the construction. Just do a proper plan, know where you'll be able to plant the trees, the ornamental ones. But now the problem is, sometimes you'll have to leave space for maybe the flooding of the materials, the construction materials. But it's very good for you to do it earlier, because it gives you a very nice way of having a very tall palm trees that are very beautiful. So it's very calm. Yesterday we had the Gen Z Sabasaba demonstrations. People say it's a Sabasaba, but now the Gen Z were the most people who are doing that. And for sure, people have not yet bounced back to work. Still very, somehow very calm. Expect things to get back to normal very soon. So this is a roundabout here, the Red Hill roundabout. The Red Hill roundabout here. And I love the way these kids are taking care of the flowers each and every time. You can see them there trying to weed, because for sure, if you don't do a frequent maintenance of the flower beds, they'll end up drying up. So they do it frequently, which is a very good thing, and that makes the flowers to be able to sustain themselves for a very long time. As you can see them doing some nice flowering there, which is very good. It's very, very good. You can see them from that end. So hey, the clouds are really looks like very dull clouds. It's kind of raining here now. Somehow raining. So this is the Red Hill Road. Now I've shown you several, but each and every time it's a different season. Because the time you were here last time, the last time you were here, it was kind of a busy road, and the sun was out, so the outlook is always different compared to now. So that's what happens differently. So each and every time it has a different outfit, so that's normal. So it's good to show you that frequently how the place kind of looks like. So now it's kind of chilly. Some parts are you might think it's drizzling, some areas. Then you can see the trees have kind of the leaves. So when the trees shed the leaves, it's a sign of that there will be rains very soon. The trees are shedding the leaves. That's a sign of the rains are coming. Then most of the flowering trees are now, they have less flowers at the moment. So going to do a walk, just explore this area. Then we look for a very nice place to sit and have that conversation about this amazing village called NYABOHANSE, and why everyone just wants to go there, and the negative part of you being involved in that NYABOHANSE. And sometimes there's a positive and the negative, but normally the positive outweighs the negative part of it. So there are few elements that are just coming up negatively, but most of the good things are more than the bad things, because it's saying that it's kind of a proverb that a good fruit is being stoned. In Swahili you can say mtu mzuri hulishiwa mawe. So a good fruit will be stoned. People are kind of throwing stones to a good a tree. That's a tree that has flowers normally. So that's the good tree. That refers to a tree that is a very nice sunflowers. People tend to throw stones at it, you know. And that's the thing. That being said, it means that for those who are like doing the best things in this life, you must have some few elements, people that tend to be negatively towards you or towards your actions, you know. That's normal, guys. So these trees are growing very tall and very fast. They are big now. They are so big. I remember when I was here, I've been doing a follow-up on this road for a very long time. And I never used to build these massive trees that I'm able to admire, you know. Now you can admire that they are growing very tall. Which is something very good. There's some napier grass there. They are overgrown, you know. Then let me show you this flower or a shrub. And when we were growing up, we used to do the fishing in the rivers. We used to have these, we used to call them maridadi in our local language. So we used to smash the leaves. They are very bitter, by the way, even if you just hold them and taste them. They're kind of bitter. So we used to smash these leaves. There's another tree that I've never seen here in Nairobi. Then we add pepper. Then on the stream, we pour the cocktail, kind of a cocktail, upstream. Then you mix with the water, So the intent of that is to make sure that this cocktail here will kind of make the fish to be, can say, drunk somehow. So we go then downstream to collect the fish. So you just have to go with a bucket, then you just scoop the fish from downstream. It's a very interesting way of fishing. Then, but remember, you have to do it very fast before the content of the river is kind of, the stream is diluted, because normally the water is still coming downstream. So you have to rush downstream. You pick some fish that you can be able to pick, then you let the other ones kind of because when the water comes, the fish will be able to regain consciousness because of the clean water that's coming down. Then they'll be able to move and penetrate around and be able to hide. But when they are when they are still very drunk, it's very hard for them to move, because they are kind of sluggish, you know, the way a drunk person moves, kind of a sluggish movement. So that was a very tricky way of fishing. So I've just seen these leaves here, kind of a shrub. I've remembered that time, you know. It's called the mbula. Also, it's food for the goats and some cows, especially during the dry season, when cows are feeding on everything. Find them feeding on that maridadi. So that's just a TBT, you know, how life used to be those years, you know. We used to have a very interesting lifestyle, by the way. If you just compare how we grew up and the way these other guys are growing up now, how our kids are growing up, very, very different, you know. Very different. Us used to have a very interesting lifestyle. Very interesting lifestyle. I need to check on something here. Okay. We used to have a very interesting lifestyle, by the way. Very interesting. And you know, it was very enjoyable, because we used to have plenty of time to play, to move around, and the environment was kind of this green, the way this place is looking like. So it was very purely green, so we were able to have enough space to enjoy ourselves. So I'm walking in the richest neighborhood here in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm walking in the richest neighborhood in Nairobi, Kenya here, called Nyari. Nyari has like 5 estates, 5 mini estates. Nyari 1, Nyari 2, call them the barrier 1, barrier 2, barrier 3, till barrier 5. This is barrier 3. One day we'll ask for permission to, but no, it's a tricky situation to get in those trails there and showcase how beautiful the place is. Because I know for sure it's very beautiful. We see it from this end. It's very beautiful, very well organized. They have beautiful roads. They are well organized, guys. They are well organized. well organized. Some more construction happening here. We're trying to upgrade. This is just a kind of a upgrade, you know. Let's say if you have built a house, you want to just make sure that it has a very different view. So you're just upgrading it, like adding more rooms, having modern kitchen. So that's how it's happening here. It's not like they're building a new house, just upgrading it, you know. Then they have this Sande flare. So we're done with the forest part. It's all a forest area. So we're kind of going now into a more open space here. To a more open space. To a more open space. So Sande flare. So nice. Let's see the way that track is struggling. It's a hilly part, so it's really taking it a lot of time to come up. Everything is done now. It's done in the hill part. It's a very hilly. It is overtaking at a very tricky angle. Because when you overtake at that particular angle, it's very tough because you might end up causing an accident. You know? This is the Red Hill Road, one of the best roads. I've done several videos here. I think it's among the class roads here in Nairobi, Kenya. Lovely walk path here. Oh, that's an amazing beast. People are having their dream cars. one time, we'll have one car that's a lovely car. But for me, I'll go for an off-road, so that when I go for the village tours, I'm able to explore the interior villages. So I'll go for an off-road vehicle. Go for an off-road vehicle. So I wanted to show you this road here very well. The vehicles are moving very fast. Oh, there's a bird here. Call it it's a common bobo. Yes, common bobo. You know, now it's very cold, so the birds are kind of can say they're somehow hibernating. They're like, it's very cold. Let's just get our energy. They are minimizing movements. No, they less the movements, so they conserve the energy because of the cold. So that's call it hibernation. Hibernation. There's flower here. There's some flower farms here. Call it hibernation. Hibernation. So we are in a flower, some kind of a flower business here. So you can see now some flowers here. But as I told you, you know, it's not really, when the sun is not out, the flowers are not really bright. They don't look brighter when the sun is out. There's a river here, a small river that supplies the water for these guys who are doing the flowers plantation, flower business. So I know I've been here several times. This is like my how many times? I've walked this path so severally, but I usually come here like different seasons, different times. It's a very nice place to stretch, you know. Let's do our morning walk and stretch. Very interesting. So these are bike, I can say, underpass. So if you go straight this way, head to a place called Kitisuru. I did a very nice video about Kitisuru. I'll do one day again, an intense one. One day. But I also did one nice video about Kitisuru. Go and check out in my video section. So let me cross here. Go this side. So it came all the way that side there. So we'll be doing a loop. Yeah. And look at this lovely, beautiful place here. It's a beautiful Red Hill Road. Let's go up here. It's going up now. It's kind of still drizzling, by the way. Just like it's not that much rain, but it's kind of drizzling. That's why I have my cap here, my strong half jacket. Ooh. So in the cold season, it will go for like 1 month. So this will happen, will continue for like 1 month. So from next month, it will be kind of getting warm now, because when the rains come, it gets warmer. Look at that. So when the rains come, it gets much warm. It's much warm. For that. Very lovely road here. Very beautiful. From all the that side. Hey. It's kind of getting very much cold now. More and more cold. More and more cold here. And in Nairobi, or where I am at the moment, we are very close to Kiambu or Limuru. So Limuru is amongst the most coldest place within Nairobi. So Limuru is very cold, and that being said, it's going to have such kind of a cold environment. So Limuru is very, very cold. So we have Limuru, Kikuyu down there. So Kabete. So from Kikuyu down is that's in Kiambu County. Very cold, and they are kind of the mist. That's why if you go to Limuru side, you go to find a place that they are planting tea. Normally anywhere in Kenya where we have tea farms, that's a cold season. So tea farms will able to make the place to be kind of very cold. Things how they grow, they kind of grow well in a more cold environment, you know. That's something else to note, guys. So those guys are doing some maintenance down here. Has to go up the bridge. That will show you the road very well. Going up the bridge. Going up the bridge. Still having some cold cough. It will get better. This is the best time to do a vlog here when it's not that busy. People have already gone to work, and now evening hours to get more busy. So this is the best time to just explore this lovely area. So stick to the channel at the end, because as you can see, the title is we'll be talking about a village called NYABOHANSE. And the funny thing, I'm talking about that village while I'm in Nairobi. That will show you how influential the village is, you know. Everyone wants to go to NYABOHANSE. Everyone. And that's the YouTube video village. Everyone who's a content creator will have to love to NYABOHANSE, to go to NYABOHANSE and just explore the place and see. But now there's some guys who push for negative energy, but the positive ones outweighs the negative energy. That's what I know. So we'll be talking about that very, very soon. That's that other side here. Let's show you the view of the road on this part here. You see the lights on that side there, and the road is very clear now. Let's go to the other side down here. Horses. So look at where the road is. It's so nice. So you find that most of the time this road is very busy, like early morning hours and sometimes late evening. But now midday, it's not that busy. You can see there are people, there are kind of gas movement, but not that much. Lot of movements, you know, because I think at this particular moment people are like ready at work. So very nice road. These are the solar systems. Some of them, even though they lack the solar in it, but it's very reliable to have a solar system. Even on that other end, it's very visible. It's very easier to have a solar system that a lighting that relies on solar, because it's sustainable compared to you having an electric one, you know. I don't know why they don't do like frequent maintenance of the solars here. And I'm not sure if people are stealing them or what's happening, because you know they are really missing a lot. This is Nganya, guys. Nganya. So I wish I could have gone to the other side to show you, but I can't, because it's here. It's a very tricky situation. So I have to go to the other one that is very far away from here. You know. So very nice. Look at the grass, the trees. Well built road. And they're cleaning up those guys are cleaning up the drainage system. That's how you make a road to last for long. Because you're not doing a frequent maintenance, it becomes really good. Rather than having like just not having a frequent maintenance. So having a break here. It's a chilling time in this particular area, guys. But I think you'll have to go up there and have a very silent place to do that conversation. But it's not that bad here. So guys, let's have that conversation about NYABOHANSE. For those who have been to that place, I know, tell us in the comment section what was the experience. You know, that's my dream village to visit. You can imagine, it's my dream village to visit here in Kenya. Keeping in mind that I'm a content creator and I know the power of having different content creators in the same environment. It's kind of a boost because the more they are, the easier it is to be able to have collabs, you know. So there's a guy called iammarwa who is a YouTuber. I think I've watched him since COVID time. That's in early 2019, 2020. That's when I started watching iammarwa. And for sure, he's a guy who has really worked himself, and he has been able to grow his channel to be a worldwide, one of the top YouTubers in Kenya in terms of vlogging. And he comes from that village called NYABOHANSE. And when he came back during COVID, because you know during COVID people were like idle, the youth and everyone was idle since the colleges were closed, schools were not operational. So he thought that let me have this chance to teach my young guys on how to do YouTube. So he now introduced the YouTube to the village boys. But I know that at that time some were still doing it, but they were not really doing it at the best. They were kind of struggling to do it. And he showed them the way, you know. They say that it's better to show a man how to fish than to give him the fish. Because you know, when you give him the fish, for how long will you give that guy the fish? You come today, you ask for the fish, you give him. The next day he also comes and asks for the fish. But the best way is to just show him how to fish so that he struggles and to fish by himself. So the guy had that option of, let me show these guys how to fish, you know. And a lot of them are benefited from it, and you can see most of them are building houses. They've grown their channels so much, and they've really grown in a very big way that they're able to become household names, you know. It's not easy. I've been doing YouTube for 2 years. I did for like 2 years max now, and it's not an easy platform. It's a platform that will have you to work so hard, and you have to make sure that you work extra hard, you know. So the guy kind of enabled these people to be able to gain that influence from the village, and when he influenced them to grow, they grew very fast, and that was a plus to them. So guys, that's the part. That's why I think that he was the real influencer in the YouTube. So now the village has been a YouTube village for a very long time. So now the influence of Marwa has been so big in Kenya and in that village, in that you can walk and find that like everyone in that village, like all the youth are content creators, you know, and that opened up an easy way of like having a job, because for them they don't need to walk up in the morning with the papers and walk in the offices, and that's something that some of them really don't understand, you know, especially those who have not been able to have to explore other villages. They just take that chance as for granted, you know. It's a very big platform for them to just appreciate and be able to grow in a respected way, you know. So they have been able to, they don't have now chance to struggle by hustling a lot, because they have been given a platform that they're able to work on it, and they're able to make ends meet, and they're able even to grow more faster than someone who's employed, you know. So they don't know that. Some of them don't know that. That's why I'm really mad with those guys who have like negative energy. You know, the thing is, I think why some of them have negative energy is because of one thing. This YouTube needs you to have a niche, you know. And as a YouTuber, before you discover the niche that you are good at, it might take you too long. But you just need to do frequent videos so that you're able to catch up to know which is your best niche. So some of them, when they were introduced to YouTube, they were able to be monetized. They were able to now start earning something. Then they ended up having no content to do. So they now end up doing like reactions that are negative. like against iammarwa, which is not a good thing. So because they have not yet been able to find the best niche. So the only way to find the best niche is to do frequent videos. Just do videos until you find that your audience loves this kind of videos more than the other ones. You know, because the problem with the negative energy, it fades with time. You know, you can talk about someone for a particular period of time, but there's a time that you reach when you have nothing more left to explain. You know, so you end up having like you have now nothing to tell the world about this person. You know, and you know, talking about someone gives you a lot of work because you have to follow up that person. You know, how is he living? Has he woken up? Has he eaten? Is he alive? You know, you have to follow up a lot of things about this person. You know, the more you do that, you find yourself that you are struggling a lot to get the small negative bits of that particular person. So that's why I don't love the negative reactors, because they struggle a lot to find the negative part of individuals that they want to react upon. So that's about NYABOHANSE, you know. So there are some people who are doing good NYABOHANSE, that really making it good. They have really mastered what they need to do. You know, when you master your craft, it becomes easier on your side. You're able to understand what you can do better, you know. So they have mastered their craft, they are doing good. Look at this vehicle. Oh, very good. They have kind of raised the tires. So guys, we now want to wind up the NYABOHANSE issue now. So as I've explained that NYABOHANSE is one of the best villages in Kenya in terms of even development. If you go to NYABOHANSE, as seen on the videos, people are building, you know, they are it's a fast growing village that will one day turn up to be an urban village. You know, that's like a village that looks like a city. And if you just say the word NYABOHANSE, for those who really know about NYABOHANSE, the first word name that will just get into their mind is a guy called iammarwa. So for sure, Marwa really influenced NYABOHANSE. Okay, let me show you this vehicle here as we continue to talk about NYABOHANSE. So I wish that the guys who are like having a negative energy should just cool down, you know, because that's the sad thing that is happening there. Like people who are not appreciating the effort of this young man who has tried to just make the place to be very much developed, you know. So some guys are not really appreciating it, and it's really sad to see that. And that's what I think that should be worked on. So those guys will just chill and try to do content that is like really authentic, you know. Just try to travel if you can't even travel within villages, go to different shows, different markets in the different villages. People just watch by day. But the more you do the negative part of it, just do it for some time, then to get a point whereby the strength of your channel will just go down. So that's the thing, guys. I know everyone wants to go to NYABOHANSE one day, and I think that would be a dream come true for me. Just want to go and just travel around NYABOHANSE to look at the way it is, the setup of NYABOHANSE, the changes. And I wish I find someone who was there before the change, the turnover came. I mean, that will be very good to be able to have a look of NYABOHANSE before things changed up, you know. But for sure, it's a very nice and good place. And I'm gonna tell those guys who are having the positive energy, continue doing the best you can do. Make NYABOHANSE great. Don't make it look like a wrangle, a place that people will just fight in the internet, you know. That doesn't bring good energy. Make it to the positive that you can, the better. Make sure that everyone knows it in the positive way. Like, do the best, just do the best. People know it, but now just do the best out of the best. So guys, that's it about NYABOHANSE. For those who have not been to NYABOHANSE, let's try and explore the village and see how it is, because I know you'll be able to learn a lot about it. You'll be able to have a different experience in NYABOHANSE, and it will be a good chance for us to learn and enjoy, guys. Nice underground underpass down here with some nice flowers around it. Let's have a look at it as we continue exploring the area. Some lovely flowers here. So still moving, guys, still moving, but now the weather is kind of getting more warm. It was very cold in the morning. Now the sun is it's getting more warmer. So there's another river here which goes under this area, went down this offlish area, kind of a wetland. You know, I'm used to be offlish. It's a wetland area with plenty of the reeds. So here's the river. I'll try and find out which river is this, but I can guess either Madare, because you know it goes down and then it will pass through Karura forest down there, Sigira block. So either Tigiri or Madare, the two. So it's either Tigiri or Madare. That might be the either of the two. I'll try to do a more research on that. So guys, let's continue. We are having a very nice conversation about this village called NYABOHANSE. For those who have been there in the comment section, just tell us what was your experience in NYABOHANSE, and did you really love it, or what was it that really caught your attention? You know, that's a dream village, by the way. I know one day I'll travel and just be able to learn something about it, you know, because being a YouTuber, it's very good to go and see how people are doing things, you know. How are they doing it differently? What is their strategies in this? Because you'll be able to learn different strategies, you know, and the different ways of doing things. So I'll try and explore that village. I know it's a village that is growing up very well, and the people who have made it to be that level. For information, the land value has really gone up because of the influence in the value of the land there, because people are buying land, people are moving from diaspora to go and live there. You can imagine. From USA, Jamaica, they're just moving to that village and going to live there, which is something very good. So it's a very nice village that everyone needs to go and explore and learn something about it. The Red Hill Road. Oh, it's a dead dog here. Can't show you. When the sun comes out, it will be very smelly. There's a dog that died somewhere down there, and it's not a good sign. So there's something I love about this road is the way it has been built, the drainage system, you know. It's really well demarcated, guys. Very well demarcated. Still very cold. Today might be just cold like this the whole day. There are no signs of the sun coming out, by the way. No signs at all. NYABOHANSE barrier 3, if I'm not wrong. This must be barrier 3. Barrier 3, barrier 3. Barrier 3. The road is very clean, very clear, you know. So yesterday, I didn't want to talk about this, but I had to do it. Yesterday was on 7th of July. There were demonstrations here in Kenya, you know. And the funny thing that I just want to talk about that I was trying to avoid. The PS for public, it's public something, public what? Service. The previous day said that everyone should go to work, that everything will be normal, we'll not have a holiday tomorrow, everyone go to work. I'll be passing by and trying to look if you're at work. And the funny thing, the next day, no one went to work because the police barricaded most of the roads. So I don't know if he went and did a check in the offices to see if people are working, because no one went to work. Yesterday was a holiday that was forced to people. So the Gen Z movement is really strong, by the way. You cannot underrate it, you know. And what makes them even more stronger is that they have no leader, they have no party. So it's very hard for you to call someone and say, talk to your people and tell them to relax, because, you know, it's like all of them, they are like they are the leaders. They lead themselves. They just wake up in the morning, you go to the streets, you know. So you don't really like have someone you are listening to that will lead you if anything like change, in case you want to change mind about something. They are all moving in the same direction, like, let's go guys, and they demonstrate all over Kenya. That's another thing that is really giving the country a tough headache, because normally we used to like experience this type of demonstrations whereby it only happens in Nairobi, Kisumu, Homa Bay, Nakuru, Mombasa. But nowadays, all the towns are demonstrating now in Kenya. Even down in Western, in Goma, Kakamega, people are demonstrating all over Kenya. It's becoming a tough. So yesterday was a holiday, that maybe you can call it a Gen Z holiday, you know. The Gen Z gave us a very free holiday yesterday. People are relaxing at home. So people have been at home since Saturday. It's 3 days of relaxing. You know? But now those ones that are really having a tough time are the business people, because now the businesses are being affected, you know. Let's say someone, for instance, someone who sells tomato. You can imagine he had a stock from Friday. He sold on Saturday, Sunday, then Monday. Maybe he wanted to finish the stock, then to bring another stock. Now the stock needs to go. You know, they are perishable goods, so they tend to, like, they might go bad because of how, like, they are perishable because they don't need to take too long to be sold. So those are people who might have had a tough time yesterday. But I hope everything will go right. The leaders will listen to the young guys and be able to understand what they want, you know. Because if they don't, they'll be forced to get what they want. They will be forced to understand it, you know. They have to make sure that they get what these people want. So the only way they have, the only chance they have, is to listen now and start working out on how to sort things out, or else they will end up having these demonstrations each and every day. Red Hill Road, very busy. A very busy road. How to cross a road here in Nairobi, Kenya. How to cross a road. How to cross a busy road. So it's now getting more busy. I don't know why. Maybe this side, the Limu road is kind of now more busy. That's why more vehicles are coming on this side, you know. That's normally what happens. They're kind of avoiding that route. So the first lane, close it, then you pause for the second lane, then you cross. You have to look for the other side because of the motorbike guys. They cross the road. They ride from any direction. So for this you have to look for the other side. So you cross bit by bit. It's a very nice road. That's how you cross the road here. You need to be careful for the motorbike guys than any other person. So again, cross this side. Then you wait for the other vehicle to see where it's heading to. So you do the finish up crossing. Finish crossing. Looks so nice. So guys, I just finishing up exploring this area and see how it looks like. The way I've just told you, we do frequent exploring the area because different times, different seasons looks differently, you know. Like now, July, very cold. It's kind of gloomy. Next month, when the sun comes out, it will be like more of a warm. So different times, different outlooks. So for this other area here, so we are back in heading to this route to Gashie. Some nice flowers here. It's a booster. Lovely palm trees here. There's some birds now because it's now getting more warm. So a few birds call here. Look which bird is that. Tit, tit, tit. That's the call. Tit, tit. I'm not sure of which bird it is. So we're back in this a small forest here. Most of the trees survived, but I think this one was messed up. It might be edible to the animals that graze here. So let's do the last exploration of this small forest here. Look at this. I love the view. You can see the way the trees are kind of so very nice. Just love to see this area flourish, you know. That's what makes me love this area. Just want to see it, the trees grow. So this is we are in the month in 2025. So I know in the next like 2 years we'll come back here and all the trees will be like tall on our height, so that will be really lovely. Trees will be very tall, so that's what we try to show you guys, that everything is possible, you know. Look at those lovely buildings on the other end, on that side. There's a Nandi flame here. Flower. And there's another tree called the croton. Then we have macamia. Then you have another Nandi flame here. shady tree. Similarly for the shed. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment to the channel. We're heading to 4,000 subscribers now. 4,000 subscribers, and we're working so hard. We're at close to 3,200 watch hours, so it's going good. Try to still pushing. Just like the issue is just about time. I'm not having a lot of time to do the videos. So guys, there's a series that is going on, a live stream series called Listening to the Birds on my channel. So that one I do live streaming in the forest, like every early morning hours when the birds are active. So the live stream is going on. At the moment there's some challenges because of the weather, but I hope that things will catch up, and later on the weather will be good for us to see more birds. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel with your friends, so that you're able to learn and enjoy this lovely channel as we plan to do another village travel. So there's also I have also a playlist on my channel. I have like the Nyeri village series, the Nairobi one, my life in Nairobi. There are different playlists that you can be able to go and learn and just enjoy them, because they have different contents. So don't forget to go and check out the playlists and learn something about it, guys. It's really interesting for all of us to learn. So we are planning to do another village travel, maybe the next 1 month. We will go to a different village now in the western part of Kenya. So stay tuned into the channel. Don't forget to stick and learn more about this channel, so that when we go to that village, you'll be able to see the best part of that village. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.